Okay, hello, my name is Professor Jaime Lepe, and this is another video for NCBM 0302, and this one is about Unit 3, Section 2. Okay, so this unit is about combining the like terms. Okay, so in the previous video, Unit 3, Section 1, that was about identifying the variables, the terms in an expression, also the coefficients, and then going back to see if we could identify any like terms. Okay, so in this one, let's take a look at the example. Okay, so the example says to combine the like terms by adding the coefficients. Okay, and over here we'll have to be careful with the example. So what we're going to do here, this is not, in the example, this is not an expression. What it is it's an equation, okay? So just for the purposes of this video, what we're going to do is we're going to only consider the part of the equation that's on the left-hand side, and so the left-hand side of the equation will be its own expression, okay? So combine the like terms by adding the coefficients. So what we're essentially going to be doing is adding the minus 5 plus the 8, okay? So maybe over here off to the side, we'll go ahead and find out what the minus 5 plus the 8 is, okay? And so negative 5 plus the 8, that's going to be equal to the number 3. And then since the terms are like terms, whenever you're adding the like terms, you just focus on the number. The result here was a 3, but the actual answer is going to be 3 times x squared. Okay, and so this is what it means to combine the like terms by adding the coefficients. And again, we're just looking for the left-hand side of the equation. That'll be its own expression. Okay. And let's take a look at example 1, maybe not all of the parts of it, but at least some, so we can get used to combining like terms if there are any. Okay, so in part A, okay, I'm not going to be able to do what I wanted, okay. We'll take a look at the expression. The expression is 8 times x minus 9 plus 6x squared. And we don't have any like terms here, so there's nothing to combine. Okay, part B. So the expression is 9t squared minus 8 minus 12t squared plus 8. So which terms are alike here? Let's go ahead and circle them. So this term here, the 9t squared, that's the same thing as the minus 12t squared. Okay, and so again, the directions are to combine like terms by adding the coefficients. And so as far as t squared is concerned, I'm just going to write it here. Let me switch to black here for just a little bit. Okay. Write a set of parentheses, t squared here, and then inside the parentheses, we're going to have number 9 from the first term, minus 12 from the second term, okay? And so the 9 minus 12, that's going to turn into minus 3t squared, okay? And then we're going to look to see if we have any other like terms, and we do. That's going to be the minus 8 plus 8. So off to the side here, just as part of our scratch work, add up the like terms, minus 8, sorry about that. I can do a better job. Okay, so minus 8 plus 8, that's going to be equal to 0. And so combining the like terms means that this expression simplifies down to minus 3t squared. Okay, so maybe one of the goals I should mention about combining like terms in an expression is that if there are any like terms in the expression, you combine them so that you can simplify the expressions. Okay, we have a lot of that going on in mathematics, especially when the expressions have a lot of terms, we would like to see if we can reduce the number of terms that we have. Okay, and then let's move on to part C. And so in part C, we'll take a look at the first term. That's a 5x cubed, and then we want to see if there's any other terms that involve x cubed. That's going to be this one. Okay, so let's combine those terms by adding the coefficients. So again, inside of a set of parentheses, this will be the 5 minus 7 times x raised to the 3. And so this will combine to become 2x3. Okay, and then the last term in this expression, that's going to be a minus 8x squared. We can't pair this up with anything because the expression only has 3 terms. So we'll just go ahead and drop it at the end. And so now what we have is that the original term, 5x cubed minus 8x squared minus 7x cubed, has been simplified to turn into minus 2x cubed minus 8x squared. Okay, and this is what it means to combine like terms. Okay, again, the combination of the like terms is done by adding the coefficients, and if you notice in these examples, adding the coefficients actually meant to do a little bit of subtraction. We ended up with some negative numbers. Okay, it's usually very common, but in any case, we were able to simplify or reduce the number of terms in the original expression. And like I said, that's always a goal to do whenever you're working with expressions in mathematics.